Alright, welcome back Twitch and YouTube to just another game. 9 hours, 9 people, 9 hours, 9 doors. What order is that in? 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, that's it. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Or just 999 for simplicity. Which door are we going through? To start? Well, I think... I don't have access to the flowchart, I just looked. I'll probably get that at some point. Why don't we go ahead and save? Because we just went through a lot of dialogue. Oops, went through a lot of dialogue. Let's start with door 4. Junpei decided that door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
You simp. June, Akane Kurashiki.
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood.
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
Puberty was apparently kind to Akane. He watched the other 4 walk toward their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and Seven. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the red.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever. His face tight with determination, he turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open the mouth of a great hungry beast.
So horrible.
You wanted to go in that door! Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and Seven hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He can fucking smell it. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
So this is still a change in the original script. I think Snake says something more akin to, or are you planning on murdering me?
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go.
The 3 remaining stilled themselves and stepped through the door. Door 5 swung shut, closing with a heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there?
Gross! It's pretty disgusting!
Did you find anything? At least say something, will you?
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
The beeping stopped.
The sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Phew! Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yep, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks! That helps a lot.
Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed toward door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
All right, let's go.
With strength and determination, he pulled the lever.
Run!
The 4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash.
It's counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, the number door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Hey, where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
I already am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they'd have likely discerned the doors led to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck! We don't have time to count.
Junpei ran to the nearest door.
We just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door and saw that his companions had already rented doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here.
It's not moving!
Jun was the last to speak up.
Oh,
As Junpei looked in her direction, his eyes caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small, red, blinking light.
there it is! At the end of the hallway. Run!
Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time limit is 81 seconds!
I know that, goddammit! I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, urgency foremost in all of their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel.
Come on, everyone!
The other three quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward.
Looks like it stopped.
His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
You could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Perhaps he corrected himself more on lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Mail?
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol,
But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system.
Oh, that's right.
June loved Sailor Moon.
The sun, Saturn, and Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a minute to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so, I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
Maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They'd made it through the numbered door alive. There's nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors, and fell inside, and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
Alright, time to sneak a way out. Time for our second escape room. Alright, so this just kind of gives us an idea of where we are in the room if we need it. Oh, now I've got access to the flowchart. Okay, cool. Yeah. Definitely not nearly as long as... I mean, this probably isn't nearly as long as even Zero Time Dilemma, to be honest, but we're just estimating that from the flowchart. Alright, what do we got here? This is kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? Kind of look like... It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? Can't say I mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. It's kind of weird looking picture. It's some sort of weird black and white design. Looks like there's room on the right side of this picture. Room for what? Okay. This vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? There is a room. Okay. That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. Wall's covered with square tiles. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Don't see anything particularly out of place yet. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall near the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Okay, so I think I need... Ah, there we go. Shower curtains, huh? Let's try closing it. Now I can see the full expanse of the shower curtain in all its waterproof glory. There's nothing. Suspicious. It's just a normal old shower curtain. A narrow shower, and I'm standing in it with June. This is awkward. Time to open the curtain. I do like June's animations. A lot of the animations in here are simple, but they're nice. Let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Some of them is well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. Yeah, why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. Alright, so nothing we're gonna do in there yet. It's a table made of wood. There's something here. Looks like a box of matches. Okay, we got that. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June.
Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now?
Yes, I'm fine.
June certainly looked fine.
Let me see your forehead.
Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds.
Guess it really has gone down.
Are you worried about me?
I guess I am.
Yeah, I guess I am.
June blushed and giggled.
By the way, Jumpy?
Hmm?
How did you end up here?
What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I?
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck.
Damn straight.
But is that really the truth?
What?
Jumpy, are you hiding something from me?
Hiding this boner.
No, why would I?
Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this?
Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something?
What would I hide?
Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know?
You mean like the number of men I've dated?
Junpei's heart stumbled over itself.
Do you want to know?
He had to admit, he was a little curious.
Don't worry.
She smiled at him.
Only 18.
Yeah.
Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet.
June looked a little embarrassed and scratched at the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant.
Yeah, I see.
Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way.
Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck.
Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school.
I wonder.
June nodded, and for a few minutes she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought.
Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that?
Yeah, I do. So?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours.
You got any ideas who it might be?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal.
Or the janitor, or the lunch lady.
Oh, I can barely remember any of them.
Yeah, I know.
Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Alright. Junpei, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. But it's so comfy. It's a display case, but there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too. It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together? Whoa. Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. When cover, there are cups inside it, surprising no one. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Something's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket, nothing exciting. Bed frame, now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? She's thinking about tossing and turning. Look, there are two pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? Okay, nothing in the bed? Must be the other bed I'm thinking about. Okay, we got a key. Dresser key. It's a dresser. There's nothing on top. This is the mirror for the dresser, and now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Forget it, Jumpy. Good job, Junpei. The chair that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. Alright. That looks like all we can really do here for now. Junpei, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Do you think maybe you could look around here a little more before you go? There's a lot for me to do here all by myself. Okay, then I won't go. Alright. There's really not that much to do here all by yourself. It's round one table. Combine it with matches. Surprising no one, that didn't work. Looks like there's a room on the right side of the picture. Okay. Valuable vase empty though. Nothing in the display case. The drawers are empty too. Sofa. Wait, what did it say? Soothing light blue. This isn't a painting. It's a map. Looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. Okay. It is now possible to use the map screen. The map screen can only be viewed during the story segments. While on a map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Clicking the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see a bird's eye view for that room. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it back in his pocket. June looked up as he closed it.
This ship is bigger than I thought.
Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long.
Must be one of those fancy cruise ships.
Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's just some sort of style choice, there's just too much.
Do you remember what Zero said? Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other?
That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason.
Junpei took a moment to look around the room.
Do you think this boat is...
a replica of the Titanic or the actual Titanic? Maybe a replica.
A replica of the Titanic?
A replica?
Now, some of the dialogue choices we're going to make is going to determine which parts in the flowchart we can eventually get to. So eventually, I'm going to have to pay attention to these. But right now, this is first playthrough. I don't have to.
Yeah, you know, like a copy of the actual boat.
Who on earth would make something like that?
Rich people?
Fans. Crazy Titanic fans.
Maybe they want to go down in a submarine and get crushed to death. I don't know.
No way. Do you even know how much money that would take?
No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know?
Break even?
Yeah, they could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with.
Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past? It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you'd get cursed just for going.
A curse, huh?
Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, well, I guess so, to a certain extent.
Junpei scratched his temple.
What about you? Nah, I guess that's kind of a dumb question.
Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic.
What?
A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy.
Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that.
Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amun-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before.
Nope, not even remotely.
Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one?
So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse?
That's right!
June's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy.
That mummy, the priestess, supposedly, she was special.
What do you mean?
Well, supposedly, she was really pretty.
Pretty?
Yes,
But she was a mummy.
that's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She almost looked alive.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's that thing. I don't remember the name. Where your body turns into some kind of wax? Yeah? The fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right?
Yes, saponification, but that's not what it was.
Huh?
That's not it. She wasn't wax.
Then what was it?
They say that she was frozen.
What? Frozen?
That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Get this girl off the internet.
That's crazy.
I think so too, but maybe it's true and we just didn't know about it before.
I didn't know?
Yep. Maybe it's common sense to eat shaved ice in the desert because it lasts forever.
Huh? Nah, that seems too silly to be true.
But maybe it isn't. It just appears that way because you didn't know it was true.
Well, yeah,
June and Junpei talked a little more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told him.
Ice that doesn't melt, even in the desert? Does something like that really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it?
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. Alright, now we should be able to get out of here. I think we just need to get the map. Alright, now can we go, June? What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Oh no, come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure, leave it to me. Off to the other room. Alright. It's a tile with a black and white pattern on it. Looks like a valuable vase. Empty though. Seems to be a room on the left side of the vase. This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. Hi, Lotus, apparently. This thing's a little shelf for putting soap on. That's a shower knob. I tried turning it, but no water comes out. Well, look, Junpei, there's a mushroom growing out of the wall. That's the shower head. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Is there anything in the toilet? Guess not. Tank's empty too. Some toilet paper. We got 2 rolls, I guess. I guess you're happy about that. Okay. Nothing we can do in there yet. Oh, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. You want to take a look? I want that. That tile. I think I've seen it before. Yeah, no. Kind of looks like the one we saw in the other room. Damn. Guess this is the wrong key. Well, that means there's got to be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't going to be able to open this thing. A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. What if we set candle on fire? I know. If I use these matches to light the candle, I get a lit candle. Perfect. Let's go in here. With the light from the candle, maybe we can take a look around there, but it gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you sit on top of the dresser? It's flat there, at least it won't fall over. Yeah, good idea. Hey, got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Alright, also importantly, works. Now we can have that tile. It's a chair for the dresser. Shower curtain. Curtain, huh? Well, it's got all these metal rings, so you could probably hang it up for something, you know? But it doesn't look like a normal curtain. The way it feels, I think it's probably waterproof. Which would make this a shower curtain. Shower curtain, huh? Anything under the blanket? Nothing suspicious. 2 pillows in a pile. Oh. A pile of pillows. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, calm down. Anything under the blanket? A girl with burning red eyes stares back at me. Ah! I'm just messing with you. There's nothing there. Still nothing suspicious. No ghosts or girls either. This palace must be double bad. Huh? Hey, what the hell? Just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out? We should go see. There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? Top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right, it's all bumpy. It's now the candlestick key, and I think we're done in here now. See if this will do anything. It opened. Alright, pull that shit open. I'll get one of it.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute?
Sure, why not? Everyone tells me their life story. Santa had shown up out of nowhere and given Junpei no small start.
Here, take this.
Santa pulled something out of his pocket.
A bookmark?
It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it.
What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Then why don't you hold on to it?
Santa gave him a wry smile.
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but...
Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say.
What does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward.
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
Leaf words.
Junpei looked at the bookmark.
Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, all right?
Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands.
Here.
What do you want to do? Sure, we'll take it. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he?
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
He shoved the thing in his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny.
What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment, they looked at each other.
Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man, that's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number. Not the best or the worst. That's why.
What?
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What are you...
Senna's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before.
You play?
Play?
You mean like the stock market?
You mean like the stock market?
Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but...
The last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise.
You? A stockbroker?
Yeah, got a problem with that?
No, you don't look like the type.
What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker.
Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hard about it.
You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses?
Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Cradle Pharmaceuticals shot through the roof? Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment.
Hey, how long are you gonna stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around.
The voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Senna looked at each other.
The lady has spoken.
Senna sighed.
We better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up.
And with that, Senna walked off slowly.
Hey, wait! We weren't done!
Oh, yes, we were. He started after Santa intended to catch him, but... Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Her posture suggested she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He had lost.
Okay, I'll get back to work. Damn it.
Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Which is, ironically, in this room over here now. It's wall cabinets, they're geometric, so I want to put this up. There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put that shower curtain on these hooks. Okay. Spreading the curtains. Hey, there's a rip in it. That's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole this big, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they're like one of those... They were into like one of those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion. Interesting, I see. You two are real idiots, you know that? Let's try spreading the curtains. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see single tile. From here, I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Thing's not budging. Well, then that means... Ah. 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Let's try the other room. I can't just leave June there by herself. What, you think you're her knight or protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. Alright, 5th from the top, 3rd from the right. This one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails. Bingo bongo. Bob's your uncle. Alright, let's get out of here. There's the tile in the frame, so I guess put the tiles in. Okay, now we need to make... the same shape. And we're done. Easy puzzle for babies. Picture complete, and there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. We get the Morris key. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
Senna had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked over the picture and paused.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Senna put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
Lotus did not look pleased.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Senna suddenly burst into laughter.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree.
Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict.
I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book.
Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke.
Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
Senna answered first.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
We'll say a dog.
Maybe a dog. No, see, you got the head here, and then these are the front paws, and then these are the back paws.
Junpei traced the black contours.
See?
Oh, I see it. I guess you've got a point.
Santa, despite his constant aloofness, was clearly impressed. Junpei glanced over at Lotus. She looked stunned.
How did you know? You're right. I didn't think you would have been able to guess that.
For a brief moment, Junpei felt a swell of pride.
So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
Lotus nodded and began to speak.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once.
Well, now that's all I can fucking see.
They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. These two pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves.
Hang on, I'm trying to look at the other. Okay, I see it, kind of thing.
To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. after another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same tests and the same 2 pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
Why are you excited about it if you think it's bullshit?
There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
Lotus looked back and forth from Junpei to Santa and back again. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backward. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field.
Psych!
Her manner suddenly shifted and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off.
I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
It definitely is. Oops, I didn't mean to knock that over. Uh-oh. Alright, not a big deal.
Oh, okay, right.
Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, didn't feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong and unclear.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
God, that's a 2000s phrase. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture. God, all I can see is the fucking dog now. But Junpei stayed staring at the picture of the dog.
Huh. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field.
The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Alright, let's go to the hallway. I'll get June, you guys head to the door. Okay. Roger that. Hey, look, we're here. It unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Junpei, let's go. We found it! With a lot of initial dialogue. I forgot how much dialogue there are in these escape rooms, especially compared to the other 2 games. They stepped through the door to find themselves in a wide hallway.
Oh, another hallway.
Junpei, June, Lotus, and Santa stopped for a moment and looked at their surroundings. Short distance away, a metal grate extended across the width of the hallway.
Come on, open!
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna open.
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
They took hold and shook, but it refused to move.
Look over here!
Nearby was a pair of elevators.
Elevators. And the buttons? Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
That leaves this door. Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, Let's open it.
All right, here I go.
Junpei grabbed hold of the knob and quietly pushed the door open. He entered slowly, trying to take in as much of his surroundings as he could. The others followed shortly.
Oh, so it's a kitchen.
Santa did not look pleased.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious? The exit? I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
You really think it'd be that easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
As they talked, Lotus headed deeper into the room. Until at last, she stood in front of a door.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
But don't we need a key for that? I don't know why he stopped.
No good.
Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive. Neither Junpei nor Lotus looked terribly happy. What the hell?
Anyway, let's take a look.
Junpei dug the ship map from his pocket and spread it out in front of him. As he did,
Hey!
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you. I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
before Junpei could finish, Lotus snatched the map away from him.
Let me see that.
She ran her finger across it, muttering to herself.
I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, hold your horses.
Junpei did as he was told.
What did you figure out?
Santa and June moved over to look at the map as well.
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
With her finger, Lotus traced a path on the map.
How about that? She's right. We can get out through there.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Satisfied that she had been correct, Lotus folded the map and handed it back to Junpei.
Thanks.
He took it and slid the valuable piece of paper back into his pocket.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
That seems the most likely.
All right, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Let's Scooby it up.
Okay.
This is something that kind of departed from after the second two games. It's pretty much in this game only you'll have several escape rooms in a row, usually about 2, before you actually get back to the novel. So let's see, out of curiosity. Nope. Not looking for that. Where are we on the flowchart now? Coming to about stage 2. Alright, what we got? This pot looks like it's made out of silver. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? Nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. Cheese! There are a number of cheeses lined up on the shelf. This is Gouda cheese, the most famous Dutch cheese. If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad, so you can store it at room temperature for a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. Ah, come on, eat cheese. Cheese on the shelf, sweet. Hey, there's something beneath the cheese. You're right, why don't we move some of the cheese? Okay, alright guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you. Why are you talking to the fucking cheese? Bottle of oil. That's cheese, sweet. Okay. There's so much stuff here. A whole lot of cans. This is probably a pantry. Cans lining every shelf, wooden box on the second row though. Yeah, can I take a look at that? Sweet, rusted knife. Excellent.
A rusty... I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
The knife seemed important, Junpei thought, but it wasn't going to be much use the way it was.
It's futile.
Futile?
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
That's really kind of a mean thing to say about a knife, but okay.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Huh?
She wasn't making much sense. Junpei tried rephrasing this question.
Why were you thinking about futility?
At last, she answered.
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
Sure, why not?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. There was a novel that had a bunch of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank.
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility. It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank. But
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but the story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
yeah,
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
a hoax?
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank. Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel, so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
You are ruining June's dreams. Surprised by Junpei's response, June seemed rather taken aback.
Really?
Aww.
Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
For a moment, June looked very unhappy, more so than Junpei thought was normal for such a discussion. But it lasted only a moment. With no apparent reason, she suddenly looked up at him, alarmed.
But, that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
It wasn't?
Yep, there were 2 other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892. Stead wrote 2 stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster.
Get this girl off the internet.
In one, 2 ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that. But what if Stead had some sort of special powers? To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Get this girl off the internet.
Yes.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
But Jumpy, you said you believe in curses.
Come on, that's totally different. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
What are you smoking?
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic. He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
He decided it was probably best to say nothing. What June was saying was insane and utterly absurd. If he tried to take what she was saying seriously, he'd go mad. Junpei smiled uncomfortably.
Well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But
she was really having fun. Her voice trailed off and she glanced at the floor, troubled.
Come on, let's get back to it.
Junpei tapped June gently on the shoulder and awkwardly reached around her to pick up the knife from the box. I got a knife! That's the important thing. Can we combine that with oil and clean it? No. There's milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rest, it's really old. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think it'd be a pretty sight. More cheese. Lots of cheese. These 9 plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Okay, well, excuse me, princess. Countertop, we got a rolling pin and a colander, nothing useful. Voucher, it says appetizer 9, Meat 10, soup A, seafood dish F. That seems important. There we go. Appetizer plates, there are 9 of them. There's 10 of these. If you flip these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. They're soup plates. They're made that way so soup doesn't spill. If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that? 15 of these plates, I'm assuming they're for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? They look just like any other plate from the 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. What? Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. There's a bunch of little wavy ridges on this plate. These plates are for serving meat. You really are ignorant, aren't you? Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Well kept. Countertop doesn't seem to be anything useful. Looks like a serving table. I would imagine food is put here after it's prepared so the waiters and waitresses can take it out to the customers, but something doesn't seem right here. Why are there so many plates? Anything special about the partition? All we got here is a pot and a frying pan and a pressure cooker. Well, I guess we could use some of these as weapons. What kind of an idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding the thing while you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it was just a joke. Why so serious? Balls of seasoning. Just a pot on top of the stove. If there are ingredients around here, I could cook something up for us. Lotus, you can actually cook? Who the hell do you think I am? You better believe I know how to boil hot water and put in my instant noodles. And I could boil eggs too. How have you not starved to death? Iron oven looks pretty heavy duty. Probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this. Anyway, let's have a look inside. I knew it. It's locked. Maybe this is a table for preparing food. There are plates everywhere. A sink. It's still got water in it. There are a couple plates there, but I don't think they're going to help us much. Ooh, we have a whetstone though. Maybe we'll use the whetstone to sharpen the knife. The blade of the knife is getting sharper by the second. I should be able to cut something pretty good with this. A knife! Excellent. I'm gonna stab Santa with it. Alright, it's going. Do you think this is all part of Zero's plan? Kinda hard to believe there's a chef on board somewhere. I wonder what this drawer is. You see the metal grate on top of the grill? They make it like that so fat and juices can drip off of the meat while it cooks. Looks like the area under the plate opens up. No, you can't. I already checked. It's still shut. I think that's where the coal goes. Nothing in here. Santa, digging through the trash really suits you. What the hell did you say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I know you piss and moan, so I did it for you. Oh my, I don't recall asking you to do anything. I had to throttle you. Squeeze me. Does it feel colder in here? Trash can, there's nothing inside of it. Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. I can't click on that trash can. I don't need to do anything with that. Doesn't matter how many times you try it, the door isn't going to open until I solve all the puzzles. I wasn't trying to do it. I was trying to click this. Ah, there we go. It's a bolt, and it's really rusty. Will this even open? We won't know till we try. Let's give it a shot. Damn, no dice. What if we oil it? Won't budge. Of course, maybe if I put some oil on it. Hey, just a little bit of oil, and come on, you little son of a bitch. Whoa, got you, you little bastard. You did it, Junpei. You're so smart. Oh good, we're in the freezer. As Junpei walked into the room, a blast of cold air washed over him. Almost instinctively, he folded his arms tight across his chest, doing what he could to conserve body heat.
Oh, it's cold in here. What is this?
Are you blind? It's a freezer.
Santa's teeth had already begun to chatter. Hardly surprising. The freezer was far too cold for someone dressed as he was. Lotus, however, was in an even worse situation.
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me.
Nipples right through her top.
I'll freeze solid in seconds. Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
And with that, she ran out of the room. As Lotus left, June came in.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
White puffs of steam hovered in front of their faces as they talked. June had already started to shiver.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But
Junpei scarcely opened his mouth
Huh?
when the thunder sound of metal upon metal rang out from behind them. In unison, they spun around to find the door they had only recently come through was closed. Junpei rushed to the door.
no! Why did it suddenly close?
Desperately, he grabbed hold of the doorknob.
Ah!
It was cold, beyond cold. Merely touching it was painful.
The knob's frozen!
But why?
They quickly deduced the pipe next to the door had ruptured.
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and...
Water released by the rupture had hit the door and frozen instantly. Santa shoved Junpei aside and pounded against the door.
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right?
She wasted no time in responding.
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open! Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine. Like, if you say so. Hold on.
Soon they could hear Lotus on the other side of the door. Trying to pass a kidney stone, apparently. Then the grunting ceased and they could hear a light panting as if from exertion.
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Oh.
God damn it.
Santa was shaking like a newborn deer. June was hugging herself and was shivering violently. Even Junpei, with the heaviest clothes of any of them, was clearly feeling the cold. With every breath they took, they could feel the cold working its way deeper and deeper into their bodies.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Two heads are better than none. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room, okay?
Right.
They pushed in close to one another and began to search. Okay, we got some dry ice. Junpei picked up the dry ice with the sleeves so as to avoid burning himself.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
They were about to move on when June spoke up.
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees. Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Junpei looked at her dumbfounded.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
Yeah, you certainly are.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yeah, that's right.
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
June giggled and did her best to hide her guilt. At least she was still feeling good enough to joke around, Junpei told himself.
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
Santa was now shivering at an astounding rate, but his curiosity seemed unaffected. Junpei... It did seem rather odd. June answered.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure. But at 1 atmosphere, normal air pressure...
It won't turn into a liquid, right?
That's right. Instead of melting, it'll do what's called sublimating and change immediately from a solid state to a gaseous one.
Water will do that under certain circumstances at 1 atmosphere as well.
See, that is weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees, so why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
June replied with an answer that stunned the both of them.
There's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees.
Huh?
You can look at a chart of water, and it's like a phase state of water. There's a certain temperature where water will immediately sublimate. It won't go into a liquid state. It'll just go from ice to gas. That's why I think that's why ice kind of slowly disappears from ice trays if you leave it in the freezer. But I'd actually have to look at the chart. I don't know that much about sublimation.
I heard about it. Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Perfect.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees?
You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees? Junpei was cold to hell, but this was too interesting to ignore. He did his best to warm up by rubbing his arms and stamping his feet that put the question to June.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
There are different forms of ice that have different structures. Like there's ice that's heavier ice. There's ice that doesn't have a cubic structure. It's got a hexagonal structure. Basically, they form under different atmospheric conditions, but there's no such thing as Ice 9.
Ice 9?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Get this girl off the internet.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify. So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
That is how different forms of ice, like I said, that's how different crystal structures of ice can be formed, mostly with different atmospheric conditions. But there's no such fucking thing as Ice 9, which is really good.
Yep.
Ice 9, if Ice 9 was real, it'd be fucking terrifying. She wasn't finished.
Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin? For 150 years after the discovery of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it. They did all sorts of things to it, but whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance. With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy. However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there. After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees. Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like... how do I put it? It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating in some way that we can't sense. And now it's happening everywhere.
Junpei was honestly impressed. It was, in fact, a pretty interesting story.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
To a surprise, it was Santa, not June, who answered.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world.
Yeah, Ice 9's kind of like a prion disease. Like, prions are mutated proteins. I think I've mentioned this before. Prions are proteins that fold backwards than normal proteins, but the scary thing about it is if a prion encounters a normal protein, it encourages the normal protein to unfold and fold backwards. It becomes a new prion protein and they spread from there. It's almost like a virus, but not quite the same thing because it doesn't replicate itself. Like, it doesn't invade a cell and try to replicate itself. It just undoes the proteins, and the proteins form new prions, and it spreads from there. Prion diseases are terrifying. There's not much you can do about them. Junpei felt that Senta might not be treating the idea of the end of the world with the proper concern.
At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
He was right. Junpei shivered.
Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic. I mean, I know I'm kinda at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold.
Well, that would be
so
Greenland,
let's get
but
cracking,
okay.
alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Santa stomped off, clearly doing his best to pretend the cold wasn't affecting him.
Selfish, isn't he?
Still, Santa was right, and it was high time they got back to their search.
Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Junpei looked at June, nodded, and resumed his search of the room. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Okay, I knew I could get some meat. There's some frozen meat up there. It looks like pork. What's this? Looks like a tag or something. Chunk of pork. Things frozen in here. It doesn't look like there's anything else interesting. Nothing special about that. Got a water bottle. And a sturdy rope. Anything else in here that looks useful? Thing is covering something is frozen solid. I can't flip it over. Hey Junpei, didn't you find some dry ice earlier? There's warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together? That's a good point. Why don't we... Yeah, I think we need to crush the ice first. There we go. Dry ice is all in pieces now. Crumbled. Combine that with the water. Okay, combine that with the rope. We got a water bottle bomb. Let's use it. Warm water dripped from the ruptured pipe near the door.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice, and make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob. Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
Get away.
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock.
Junpei looked down at the floor. Scattered across it were pieces of dry ice left over from the larger chunk he crushed earlier.
Alright, this ought to do the trick.
He pulled the sleeve down over his hand to keep from getting burned, grabbed the chunk of dry ice.
Ah, some dry ice, huh? Not a bad idea.
It's a pretty good size, about as big as a pool ball.
Alright, guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
Both Senta and June looked at him with new concern.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, look, right here. We can hide in there.
Junpei pulled open the door to the small cellar.
Come on, get inside, quick.
Senta and June nodded and jumped down into the hole. Junpei quickly followed. In his hand, he could feel the chill of the frozen carbon dioxide even through his sleeve. He tightened his grip, took aim, prepared to throw.
Alright, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
You're counting the wrong way.
Oh.
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
Sorry. Alright, for real this time.
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Just throw the damn thing.
Alright, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
Junpei threw the chunk of dry ice as hard as he could. With the same motion, he ducked down into the cellar with Santa and June, just as... Junpei leapt up out of the door and ran to the... out of the cellar and ran to the door.
Jumpy! The ice on the door! Is it gone?
Yeah!
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes! All right, let's see if it opens.
Junpei grabbed the knob and pushed with all his might. The door gave way easily, and all three of them tumbled out of the freezer at once.
Hooray! We're out!
Jun, relieved, collapsed on the floor.
Move!
Santa shoved past Junpei and ran straight to the grill, which he immediately grabbed.
Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
He proceeded to kick the grill in a futile but amusing fit of rage.
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen?
Hey, where's Lotus?
It took Junpei only a moment to find her. She was sitting on the counter, idly scratching her chest.
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
Can I scratch your chest too? Where's it itch? With a great yawn, Lotus lowered herself off the counter. Junpei clenched his teeth and walked toward her.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
But what the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door, but I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait. I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
It was true there wasn't much she could have done, but something about her tone. Junpei gritted his teeth.
Fine. But there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
It seemed that an accident was the only explanation for the door's closure.
If she really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside. But she didn't. Well, she didn't do anything. She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer.
Junpei swallowed his anger and did his best to apologize.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
Oh, yes, well that's all right. As long as you understand.
Lotus looked away and twirled her hair between her fingertips. His vengeance against the grill complete, Santa swaggered back towards Junpei and Lotus.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two. Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
How rude! I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
Santa and Lotus do not get along. Alright, well, we got some meat now. So let's cook that. Guess I'll put this meat on the grill. What are you doing? What are you going to do if the paper burns? Come on, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not like it's going to burn right away, right? We just got to keep an eye on it, and the paper will be fine. They can argue all the way they want. I'm going to keep an eye on this pork. Looks like it's about time. I'm going to try taking the paper out. Junpei, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I know what I'm... Ow! See? I told you. What the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. So we're going to have to cut the meat? Looks that way. Alright, well, I do have a knife for that. Awesome, Junpei. Now we can cut out the paper. Yay! Alright. Pork note. Is that the only thing I got? I guess so. I guess I lost the chicken somewhere. Okay. Where do you think you're going? Why would we have missed anything? We searched that whole damn place. We put our lives on the line, man. I guess you're right. I don't need to go back there. Okay. Looks really old-fashioned. Probably means this is an old boat. That's the door we came in, I think. Right. So C plus 10 plus F's hexadecimal. So A is 11, F is 15. Right, that's what the plates are supposed to represent. appetizer, 9 meat, 16, 10 soup, 15 seafood. Hexadecimal number system goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. If you're familiar with base 10, that's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalents for hexadecimal numbers will go like this. Okay, so C plus 10 plus F. So 22 plus 15 is 37. Oh, wait. I know it sounds strange, but you think of the 6 letters. All right, C. So 12 plus 16 is 28, plus F is 15. So 28 plus 15 is 43. If you put in the right number, open the. Put on. Yeah, I know. You know, enter this number, so the keys, blah blah blah. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Sounds like metal is falling. I guess that went well. Door opened, and we get the Saturn key card. Let's get the fuck out of here. I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Jumpy. Let's get out of here.
I think we've been here before.
And I think that's where we're gonna have to call it a stream here, because this is already an hour and a half long, and I don't want to start a new portion of the game. So we're going to. Oops. We're going to start here next time, and I will see y'all then. Good night.